And another obstacle I had was the steering. This is a Unisteer manual rack and pinion. Now, if you've done an LS swap, you probably know some of the issues that you would face with running a Ford power steering rack and a GM LS power steering pump. Now, the LS power steering pumps operate at a much higher PSI than a Ford rack and pinion. And if you're not careful, you can blow the seals out of them, because the Fords only need about, 60 to 80 PSI, but the LS pumps are a lot higher than that. Without having to get special lines and a special fitting to reduce the pressure, I feel like I saved money on buying the rack, because now I don't have to buy a power steering pump. I don't have to get special lines. I don't have to get a special adapter to reduce the pressure from the pump to the rack and pinion. So I have that. I'm gonna have to go to town. I was gonna modify these bolts, but I think I'm gonna run to town and just see if I can get me some bolts to fit, because these bolts are the ones that came in the original K member, and they go all the way through. They go from here all the way to back, so they're a bit long, but they do fit the threads in this one, but they don't have to be that long. Like I said, I could modify these and just start from here and put a nut on it, but I'm gonna go find some bolts that are about this long to put in there to bolt up my manual rack. I don't think the manual rack came with outer tie rod ends, so I'll be getting some new outer tie rod ends, because these are just old. So next, we're gonna remove the original power steering rack, and I'm thinking about switching these bolts around. Maybe we'll see. I don't know yet. I might leave them like that, because if they have to adjust this, they're gonna have to pull that bolt and unwind that eyelet and then tighten the jam that up. So I think it'll be easier to align if they have to take that bolt out, if they had to take it out through there. All right, I know a lot of guys look for videos like this because they want a comparison. They want to know the difference. They want to know how easy or what the possibilities are of swapping a manual rack in your Mustang. Now, mine is a 97. It's the same as 94 to 04, but there are some differences you want to take into consideration of doing this. The OEM is this style. Looks like kind of like a little triangle. And it has a bolt that goes in here that rests right here on this recess. Now, the aftermarket manual one is a 26 spline shaft. So if you want to mate this to your existing steering shaft, some modifications are going to have to be made. Possibly a little bit of welding if you don't want to spend a couple $100 on an aftermarket steering shaft, which you could do. I'm going to try and save a little bit of money. I've got a welder. Now, I ordered a 26 spline to 9/16 U-joint that I'm going to end up cutting there. I've got a welder that will slip onto my manual rack, and then I will just weld it in place. And now we look at our manual rack. We've got it just sitting in there now. Like I said, I got to get some bolts. You can see the difference in the manual steering shaft and the regular one. But yeah, to top it off out front, I picked this up today. This is the 95 Cobra R fiberglass front bumper, which has the fog light holes and holes for brake ducts. Now, if you want to run brake cooling ducts, you can get adapters to go in here, but you basically change these out, and it has a mount back here where you just hook your hose to. So when you're driving, it comes in here, and it comes in through here a hole, and it cools your brakes down, keeps them cool. Oh, baby. 96%. Okay. Stay back. Okay. Holy smokes. Wow. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Oh my gosh.